get to Lagos State, let's talk investment, because that's what we like to do. We like to talk about money flowing in. And where else is the money flowing, investment money flowing, than Lagos State? All right, July 9th, of course, we're going to be having the Lagos State Investment Summit. And we have, of course, with us to talk about that, the Honourable Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, and Trade and Investment, the Honourable Folashade Ambrose. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
I just want to talk about how Lagos is just the be-all and the end-all of investment when it comes to Nigeria, but try to give us an overview. Give us an overview of what to expect or what the summit is about.
Thank you very much for having me, and good morning all. Yes, the summit is a pre-event of the Africa Social Investment Summit.
Yep.
That's taking place from the 9th to the 11th of July.
Yeah.
And our pre-event, which is the second edition, tagged Invest in Lagos 2.0, is focusing on really scaling action, bold solutions to making Lagos State a 21st century economy.
Right.
And the whole essence of it really is to capitalize and further leverage on what we delivered last year, which was also a huge success. But this year, we really want to make sure that it really encapsulates all the inter-ministerial ministries, and really make sure that we focus on just sort of 4 or 5 key areas that we want to focus on. The whole essence of it really this time is also to make sure that we actually move from, want of a better word, optics to groundbreaking action. And as a result of that, what we've decided to do this year is deepen the pipeline opportunities that we're going to be showcasing. So that will include feasibility studies, focusing on the risk mitigations, ensuring that the ESG lens is also there, and then also trying to ensure that we actually do move to actual groundbreaking outcomes as a result.
Talk to us about why this is important. I can wake up at 3 a.m. and go to a restaurant and get some food in Lagos. You see a new hotel opening up. You see there's electric vehicle ride-hailing companies here. It's all here. Why is this summit important in terms of its economic relevance?
Well, I think it's a rhetorical question, really, and I say that with all humility, because Lagos State is, quite frankly, the most for want of a better word, investment-friendly, subnational in Africa.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I can back it up with facts. 30% of our GDP is, from here in Lagos.
You don't need oil.
60%, yes, exactly. 60% of industrialization. 90% of venture capital that actually flows through Nigeria is actually domiciled here in Lagos. And in addition to that, we also have a very strong development agenda led under Mr. Governor himself, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, whereby the Themes Plus agenda, which I'm sort of focusing on, which is making Lagos State a 21st century drives, and ensuring that the Lagos State Development Plan, which is a 30-year strategy, is also very, very clear. Very, very well thought through and defined. And all of this put together strengthens investor confidence. So that's why it's important. And it's important also because, quite frankly, we do want to make sure that we start to drive and achieve those investor pipeline opportunities.
Talk to us about your deal book, because deals involve companies. You've worked for some of the biggest companies in the world. Diageo, Ford, PwC. You've got a wealth. So, what the deal book is about? What? Just deals, right? Is that what's this 2025 deal book about?
Okay, so the deal book is something that has always been in existence in Lagos State, and it's really important that we actually highlight the areas for investors to invest in. So across all the MDAs that we have, we've highlighted specifically. Mr. Governor has also defined and specifically outlined his strategy as well. Well, the other things that we've also done is outline the pipeline opportunities and demonstrated what those previous investments have also highlighted as well. This deal book that we're going to be putting together for this particular event is focusing on 5 areas: pharma and manufacturing and healthcare. Specifically, when we start to think about Africa and we start to look about the data, etc., we need to start manufacturing and ensuring we're driving that. So that's something that we're focusing on. We're talking about infrastructure as well, logistics, infrastructure, roads, pipeline, etc. That's another core area we're focusing on. Environment and the green economy, that's another key area. We have the economic free zone. We also have infrastructure. We have the circular economy, and really making sure the value chain, the sustainability value chain is also very clear. We also have creative economy. I mean, that's huge. And that cuts across so many different arts, culture, tourism, etc. I mean, we all really are still reverberating from Dirty December. Exactly. We want to really make sure that this time we set a lot of things up in place. And finally, also digital economy. energy. Those are the core areas, and those are the areas we're focusing within the Dealbook.
Fantastic. Now, I know that there's going to be some sectoral pitching from entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Can you talk about also the inclusivity part? I mean, as a businesswoman, and how it's important to have female entrepreneurs highlighted in these types of events?
Yes, I mean, when you think about Lagos State, you think about MSMEs. It's important that we ensure that they're able to thrive, they're able to scale. And one of the initiatives Mr. Governor has driven successfully is understood some of their key pain points. And one of them is actually access to affordable capital, ensuring that they have access to export readiness. And that's something that we're going to be driving very shortly, in about 2 weeks. In fact, launching this week, we're launching the Lagos State Export Readiness Program, where we're going to be training in excess of almost 300 MSMEs that we've specifically identified. We've curated the criteria and then sort of made sure that we've reviewed them and selected those that we know we can really take from one level they are now to another level. And what does that mean? Market access, readiness, understanding packaging, understanding what the sort of policies, et cetera, in the countries they want to export to, access to even more finance, et cetera, et cetera. And that's also leading up when we're partnering with a Frexim Bank and taking them to IATAF in conjunction with our federal partners as well to ensure that we actually showcase the best of Lagos.
Fantastic. Yeah, the Intra-Africa Trade Fair that's taking place in Algeria in
Yes.
September. So what's your message to entrepreneurs as they get ready for the summit? Come one, come all?
Come one, come all. Invest in Lagos. We are open for business. We really look forward to sharing a lot of the investment pipeline opportunities that we have in Lagos. And we really want you to actually come there prepared, and we are going to ensure that we come back the following year in terms of Invest in Lagos 3.0 with some actual success stories.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, I mean, so for the sectors, right? I know nobody has a favorite. You want every single sector to be highlighted, or do you have a preference for technology or manufacturing, or it's just you want them all to be
five sectors?
Yeah.
No, we're focusing on 5 sectors.
5 particular. Okay.
So I mentioned pharma and healthcare.
Yep.
I also mentioned green and circular economy.
Yep.
I mentioned digital. I mentioned the creative industry, and I also mentioned the.
As we're focused.
Yes, we are very, very focused. It's important that we are, and these are the sort of core areas that we want to drive right now.
This is Folashade Ambrose. We thank you so much for coming to talk to us about the Lagos State Investment Forum 2025.
July 9th.
July 9th.
Echo Hotel.
July 9th, Echo Hotel. All entrepreneurs come through there. This is, of course, our Honourable Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.